In the beginning, there was the god Zeus. And from Zeus, there were other gods, like Artemis, Hades. Ares, is that you hiding behind the shield? Yeah, that definitely looks like Ares. Ares, I don't recommend a club, by the way. And needless to say, Zeus had a lot of children, half men, half gods, like Hercules here. So welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. I'm gonna tell you the totally accurate story about the War of the Gods, because it all really started when Zeus and his half god, half human son, Hercules here, was like, Zeus was like, hey, I've got an idea. Let's take my son to work. And you may be asking yourself, well, what did Zeus do for work? Oh, normally he just like messed with the mortals. Like he's like, hey, bring out your biggest armies and watch me shoot some lightning bolts. And have you seen how strong my son is? Because I tell you what, he's really cool, but he was pretty good in the Disney movie too. Oh my God, he's dead. He's dead! The wrath of the gods! Look at that. Zeus doesn't really seem to be bothered by it. He's like, you know what, I mean, I've got like a ton of sons. Now I've got a spear in my stomach and it's bad news. So like any wise ruler, Zeus was like, well, if you can't beat them, join them. And if you can't join them because you just died, go back in time using a DeLorean going 88 miles an hour, 1.21 gigawatts, and get them to join you. So Minotaurs from Crete, one of the earliest mythological beasts that I believe was theorized, right? Was like the beast that is half man and half bull, the Minotaurs, and they were like, what? Wasn't it like something about Crete and King Midas and the black sails, and you gotta send a person from your island to go sacrifice him to the Minotaur? I remember reading about that as a kid. But it seems to me that, you know what, if you just get a bunch of brave Spartan hoplites, the Minotaurs aren't gonna be too much of a problem. Now, while Hercules fought what? He fought the Hydra, and he fought all manner of beasts. I don't think he was ever really equipped to deal with and fight the god of war, Ares himself, who clearly should be playing some American football with that kind of shoulder tackle. Put this man in as a linebacker. Oh my God, he's getting buried until he does a little flip. But look at this, I love how in this mod, the gods are like bigger. They're taller, right? They feel glorious, even if, according to this victory, that they may not always fight. The gods need help. So Kronos, wasn't Kronos the god of chaos? This is Kronos here, look at him with his little blonde hair. Now, I think Kronos was a titan, and from the titans, they formed the gods. Who are the mythology experts? Please let me know in the comments, because I'm fairly, oh my God, Kronos is the god of time, right? He just froze everybody. Kronos, look at this. He's created a human wall. Now, are they still vulnerable while they're frozen? Yes, they do, because right when they get unfrozen, they fall over. I gotta say that time control probably is one of the coolest abilities I've ever seen in Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, because look at what Ares is doing to these brave Spartans who've trained their whole lives. He's freezing them in time, because are Titans better than gods, or are gods better than Titans? We need to have a true Greek mythology mod. Now, joining the Greek gods is Hephaestus, the god of fire, metalworking, stonemasonry, forges, in the art of sculpture. Wait a minute, does he have a different weapon now? Now he's got a paddle. Okay, so I want to see how the god of fire and metalworking does against an army of hoplites, which were the traditional Greek soldiers of the time, even though this one stands a head taller than everybody else, and I don't know, maybe in another area of the Mediterranean, he would have been called Goliath, or maybe Boagrius! Oh my gosh. Bro. Hephaestus, you're a disgrace. I know, I forced it. Hold the phone! Now Hephaestus has a lightning bolt? Hephaestus, what is your deal? You just get a random weapon and it's just luck whether you're good or you're trash? I mean, you're the god of metalworking. You can make whatever weapon you want. You could probably craft Thor's weapons. Did you say Thor? As I see inside of your brain, yes. Yes, I did say Thor. Now, I feel like the Greeks used more slingers than they had archers, because they were probably cheaper, but they did have archers, right? So, and we don't have slingers in the game, but this is interesting. So Hephaestus just gets a random weapon. Oh my God, I love the impact of lightning. Isn't that just glorious? Look at this. All right, so now it's Hercules versus a bunch of Hephaestuses, which seem to be the most disgraciouses of all of the Greek gods in the game right now, at least the ones that we have modded. But mythology campaigns and like units Definitely need to be in this. Look at that. Look at the face this guy walking around with shoulders in his arrows. I don't. Oh, there's one with lightning, so they have a chance. The other one's got a pitchfork. It really depends on how good his lightning is. I think the archer's gonna win. Yes! Look at that. The lightning bolt from the grave. My stomach hurts. So let's go down and look at this. So we've got a lot of Norse mythology in here. There's actually far more Norse mythology in Gracalore's mod than there are the other ones. And I kind of want to check them out. So this is what, a witch doctor? Who's Tengu? Wait a minute. Hell minions? Now hell minion, oh my gosh. Hold on, hold the phone. This is gonna be pretty exciting. So I think hell minion is spelled H-E-L, which I believe is the Norse way of saying, like, you know, the afterlife where Hades from Greek mythology would reside. Now these guys look like they have bows and arrows and spears. So are they gonna, wait, they're not shooting anything. Why are you not shooting? Oh, I guess they're throwing at point blank range. So for some reason their range has been messed up. I'm not familiar with Norse mythology, especially like nearly as much as I'd say with Greek, and clearly this is me reading Wikipedia as I'm like, who's Hephaestus? Now I know what you're thinking. Hey, what about Ares? Before we get Hades in here, can Ares take out this army? I mean, we saw him fight a bunch of them, right? And it really took Kronos to deal with it. So is the god of the dead really all that? Can he deal with Hercules? A bunch of archers? Oh man, I hope he can block arrows. He can block a few, although 3 of them landed in his elbow. That has to hurt, man. Oh, look at that. So I was hoping that, you know, these guys would have fire powers. But look at this. Now, Hades resides in the underworld, right? Where there's a bunch of dead people. So, papa, ha ho ho! And look at that. Now we have what? The undeads. Now I'm wondering if the green ones are zombies and if they'll convert, or if they're just colored green for like fun. I don't know. I'm not seeing any green hoplites running around. Maybe they haven't died yet. But now that Hades has an army, it seems to reason that he's a much better god. However, there's still a lot of archers left alive, and his heaps of undead didn't seem to really turn the tide. Whoa, what did we just do? We just made this creepy. So I put in this guy, his name's Stan, he looks angry, and I put in Death. And I think Death himself is the one who caused this eerie mist, which is really awesome. Like, look at this. Look at the battlefield we're on. Now everything is creepy and misty, and you have to travel up into the temples yourselves to be able to see anything, because this mist is covering, like, the land. So I think the god of death here and some of these Norse mythologies are gonna have to get into it. I want to see more about the god of death. These poor archers, like, you have no idea what's about to hit you. Well, I guess nothing, because you found your mark and shot Hades in the butt and also the chin. Hades, you're kind of weak, man. All right, so look at this. We get death and we place him. And darkness covers the realm. All right, look at this army, and we're about to put death in here. So these are imps, stackers, hellions. These little guys are the imps. Now they've got 2 of them. I hope they use them as melee weapons. We've got truckers, and then we've got, like, what, a witch doctor himself. And now we put death in here. And we immediately have to scroll down to see, because I love this foggy smoke effect. The army of the undead coming out of the mists. And this should be a pretty interesting battle, but wait till you see the greatest gods in this mod pack, because they are absolutely incredible. They are large, they are in charge, and they are doing absolute damage to anybody that they will fight. So what does the witch doctor do? He looks like he was shooting some kind of a poison out, I think. I think instead of the bone, you'll see like these green guys. I don't know. I think the witch doctor poisons. It makes sense, right? You can kind of see it very briefly. Look at how bad the chucker units are. They're throwing apples and they're just hitting the ground. Hello, I see you have a big army. Are you hungry? Yes. Did you see that? The witch doctor did that. So this is Thor, and he's incredibly expensive. However, he's going up against the dream team. We've got Ares, Hades, Hephaestus, Zeus, and Artemis. We need other ones. So I'm curious how Thor is gonna do, because I think Artemis alone, if she gets enough shots in, could probably, oh yeah. That's not looking good for What? Where did they go? Is Thor in space? Oh, there he is. Somehow he got propelled off the map. I mean, somehow. The dude shot lightning out of his axe. I guess that's bound to have, like, some repercussions, right? Oh, yeah. I don't think Thor's gonna be able to do this himself. He's gonna need a lot of help from Norse mythology. Look at that. Did you see that? Ares just got spilled over and flew in the air. Okay. Come on, Thor. If you can get Artemis, oh yeah, between Artemis and Zeus just firing multiple ranged attacks in on him, I don't think he's gonna get close enough to do anything. He's gonna need a few Viking warriors, a few warriors from Valhalla to join him in his conquest here. Yeah, this isn't looking good. Yeah, Thor's getting pinned up against some trees with arrows and lightning. Oh! But Zeus goes down to the friendly fire. This is taking a turn. Hades comes in here. Oh my god, that's glorious. I love the freeze at the end, because look at this. You see his battle axe here flying. Looks like Hades died. And who's alive? Artemis. So we've got Friggs, is what they're called. We've got harpies, which look pretty cool. And look at this guy. This guy's called the Dutchman. Is it like the Flying Dutchman? Because it looks like a giant led by almost like some zombies and some weird masked minion. All right, look at how fast that boat's going. Well, it was until it kind of stopped. So, I'm not entirely sure what Friggs or harpies do. Oh, Hades here got stuck under a boat. I think they're gonna need some mythological help because these were like some pretty good warriors, but not good enough to stem the tide of the Greek god. All right, we added some Ulras, an ice giant, and these guys are called Onis. And they've got axes. I'm hoping that they throw the axes, but I think they might just, like, fight with them. I'm not seeing any axes being thrown, but they're approaching. This is absolute chaos. You can see a lot of frozen units. Oh, as the Ulras are hitting both friend and foe alike. But I think that there's more enemies being hit by the freezing axes than anything else. And now with the ice giant able to tank this much damage from the likes of Ares, the god of war, now all we seem to have left is Artemis. And Artemis has been able to dodge these axes. I don't know, maybe her elusiveness is like at a level of like 90 plus. But, oh my god. Every time she shoots, almost every time she shoots. Okay, so what else could we add? Let's see, Tengu Hell Minions, like those are, Alright, I added the World Serpent. Oh my god, what is happening? What is that unit? I added something called the Norse Star, and I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. There's no words there, like what exactly is happening? Is he over here? Did he fall? Did he fall into the ocean? It's really hard to see exactly what's happening. Oh my gosh! The World Serpent is breathing fire. It looks like he has a little lightning bolt mustache, which I think is hilarious. Oh man, look at the snake's torso. Maybe he's eaten multiple people and he's like sequestering them. You know how like they take a while to digest their food? Maybe that like expedites it. Or maybe it's just derping out. We don't really know because I'm not a AI snake doctor. Oh man, poor Artemis is absolutely getting smacked by this snake. Okay, I think the Greek gods actually need a little bit of help. So we've got Hercules, we've got all the gods. You know what we don't have is a Minotaur. Let's get a Minotaur and then a few hoplites because the enemy has warriors too. And even though I don't think they're really Greek, we're gonna put in some ballistas. This is the final battle. Greek versus Norse mythology. Zeus versus Thor. Hades versus an ice giant. This dude is stuck in the air. We created a UFO. We just created a UFO and the Vikings went even faster? How the heck is that even possible? Ballistas. More ballistas, boys. Alright, so let's see it from above to see kind of like what's happening. I put Kronos out there. There we go. There's some ballistas. Kronos is freezing the enemy force, but it almost let them like concentrate their army, maybe? I don't know. There's too many Ulras. There's the Norse Star, which costs $20,000, by the way. Check this out. So when we go to the Mythology tab, and we scroll over here, Norse Star, Serpent Ballista, they said it was broken. You know what, Stan? We're putting you on this team. It's the last hope for the Greek gods. To have Stan, the mighty, whoever he is. I love this. This is amazing. This is what when you freeze time while someone's trying to throw a ship at you. And look at this. The snake is even blinking. Okay, time has been unfrozen. Remember, Kronos is the one that's able to freeze time, but once he's taken out, it's pretty much game over for the Greeks. That's really their only opportunity. Although these ballistas... What is that? Excuse me, what were those? Is that the North Star doing crazy stuff, or is that like some weird unit? Anyway, guys, this has been the Battle of the Gods. This is Gracklor's mod. Let me know what you'd like to see in the next episode of Tabs, and how often you want to see Tabs. If you want to see more, you guys know what to do. Pull the trigger on the like button, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.